Da 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 bum 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 da 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 bum 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 bum. News at 10 past 10. Hello and welcome to News at 10 past 10. Hope you're well. Hope everything is okay. Hope you are enjoying whatever it is you're doing at the moment, which is probably not watching me. Well, it is watching me, but whether you're enjoying it or not is probably another thing. Anyway, we're here to look at the week's news. Regular update. You can join in on the chat. Hi T. And you can also join in on the, just the chat really, isn't it? I suppose. Well, I'm working on increasing the area that we can do. But we will see who pops in. I always give them a minute or two to pop in. It's very warm, isn't it? I mean, breaking news, the weather is scorchio. Hello already, long time no see. Hope you're good. Who else is in the room? Anyone else in the room? Don't forget, you'll get top fans thing if you chat. You don't have to agree with me, because that's boring if you agree with me all the time. You can be incorrect and disagree with me. You can also click the heart thing, which I think I can do as well. Well, 100, oh yay! I don't know what that does, but I think it boosts your points for the point thing at the end of the show. Hi Drew Frequency, hope you're good too. Now the news as usual is full of misery, war, horrendous stuff, the usual. But we have got stuff to look at the end, which is a little bit lighter, a little bit more fun. So we will be doing all of this in the next hour and 20 minutes or thereabouts. So grab yourselves a drink. Cheers. First one I've had tonight. We're busy editing a brand new goof to catch you live. Indeed, it's good to see you alive. No, I know what I mean. Anyway. Boris. Party Boris. Right then, let's crack on, shall we, with the news for the week. So there's not really one necessarily top story. Pretty much all the stories are top stories this week. It's just been a week of lots of news. Nothing stands out in particular, hence we've got the generic news at 10 past 10 symbol up there rather than a picture of whatever is going on. So we're in August. How the are we in August already? Week 32. So we've only got 20 weeks left of this month, of this year. 20 weeks left of this year. That is scary. Scary, man. Scary. Anyway, shall we crack on? So August, yes, 8th, was, I'm pretty sure, the wedding anniversary of my mother and stepfather, who I never liked. Dead now, so don't matter. Many years ago, when I was a toddler. I know, I was about 10 or 11. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah. Friday, the 8th of August. War criminal Benjamin Netanyahu says he will make 1 million people move from Gaza City in another land grab. Our lovely Foreign Secretary, Lammy, is concerned. J.D. Vance said more aid is needed. And Germany said they're going to halt supplies of arms to Israel. Shouldn't they have done that ages ago? A 15-year-old boy found guilty of murder of Harvey Wilgoose in school. You remember the school stabbing last year? It was horrendous, or was it early this year? Anyway, a 15-year-old has been found guilty of murder. He claimed it was self-defence, but there's videos, because schools are rammed with videos. Why is it becoming illegal to speak for, Palestine? Indeed. Just bear with us a second. Hiya, Stephen, and Kelly, and Rollo. Rollo's a dog, we have to do this. Hope you're okay. Yes, I hope you're okay as well. Because we are being manipulated by the governments of the world and media as well, to be fair, into thinking that Israel can do no wrong, whereas at the moment Israel are not doing any right, as far as I'm concerned. Just because I support the people who are being slaughtered by Israel does not mean I support Hamas in any way, shape or form. It's just humanity. I mean, you see the videos of children, usually preteen boys and girls, screaming their hearts out because the brother, sister, the mother, the granddad, the father, their uncle, whatever, has been blown to pieces whilst they're in what they're supposed to be a safe area. So this is not a good thing. But you say stuff like that, and it's like, well, you obviously love Hamas. Like, no, Hamas need destroying as well. I've said this so many times. Hi, Chris, by the way. I've said this so many times. This is a very serious one, Chris, so you might not like this video because we talk serious stuff until later on, and then we get a bit of fun. I got my Guinness in, so we're all right. So yeah, Israel has proven that they've got some of the best weaponry in the world, and they can target an Hamas leader in a Beirut hotel on the second floor in his room by flying a drone in and blowing up and only killing the guy in the room and anyone with him without destroying the building. Yet in Gaza, they carpet bomb everywhere. I mean, yeah, we carpet bombed Germany back in the day in World War II, as did Germany carpet bomb the United Kingdom and France and all other countries as well. And mainly because that was the height of the technology at the time. The problem you got now is, and I've said this pretty much, you can go back, I've done these for a few years now, so you can go back to maybe the second or third one after Israel went into Gaza, and I've said it's a land grab. It's always been a land grab. It's got nothing to do with anything else. They just want the land. And we've got some breaking news today that I'll mention later on, that Israel has said that they're going to build thousands of homes in the West Bank, which they're not allowed to do. It's illegal, but they're going to do it anyway, because no one says anything. No one doesn't do anything. The thing I hate is people crying racism when it's nothing about that. It's about standing up for countries, etc. It's standing up for humanity, Chris. You know, you've got these, okay, there are bad people everywhere. We know that. But not everyone in Gaza, not everyone in the West Bank are bad people. The majority of the people are suffering under Hamas as much as anyone else. And now they're suffering under the IDF as well. I mean, what's this bullets being shot at people? People being shot to death when they're waiting to get food or trying to get food because IDF, Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu will not let the food in, which is a war crime. I mean, there's so many war crimes this guy's doing, and everyone just lets him get away with it. History will look back at this Palestine issue one of the darkest times in human history. I don't like human history. It's more darkest times in this century, definitely. I think there's been a lot darker times in the past. Yeah, I mean, you know, people keep saying, oh, you're on the right side of history and you're on the wrong side of history and all that. It's not really about being on the right side or the wrong side. It's been on the side of people. Hi, DT. Hope you're good. Getting a lot of people I've not seen for a while in today. Chris, War Ready, DT. It's nice to see you on board and joining in the chat. Don't forget, you don't have to agree with me. You might think that what Israel is doing is fantastic. I say human history because no one is allowed to speak up for Palestine. Yeah, I speak up for the people of Palestine, which is different. You've got to word things, haven't you, in a way. I do not support terrorists of any shape or form. I don't necessarily believe that spraying paint into an aeroplane engine is terrorism. I think it's more of how did someone get that close to a plane to actually spray paint into the engine. That's where the problem is for me. One assumes that Bryce Norton and all other, military grounds are actually secure. Isn't that the whole point? I mean, they sprayed paint into an engine of an aeroplane, which is a stupid thing to do. And you've heard me call out Just Stop Oil for doing similar things, and various other groups. Terrorism, I don't think it's necessarily terrorism, but I wouldn't support them doing that, and I wouldn't support them necessarily doing anything else. But it should be a wake-up call for the military to think, hang on a minute, if these were real terrorists, proper terrorists, and they had grenades, or if they had some other explosives, they could have blown up our entire fleet of aeroplanes, all of them, by just going through a hole in a fence. And that's what makes me think that the situation's been, everything's been spun round, hasn't it? I mean, one of my favourite things at the moment is talking about Keir Starmer's nonsense that keeps coming up with. All this stuff that he comes up with, we'll talk more about his nonsense later on. But yeah, this is where we're at the moment. Consider it's one of the times we can't speak against any genocide. I'm not sure it's genocide, it's ethnic cleansing, I think I'd go at, rather than genocide. And people like listening to others if their mind is set on something, even if it's wrong. Yes, or people just nod. So I would say this is the darkest time in human history. Okay, you stand by that then. I have no problem with you saying that. But no, I don't know. I think it's one of them things, isn't it? We don't know. I mean, we don't genuinely know all the ins and outs of what's going on, do we? I mean, that's the thing. We only get told what's going on by Hamas and then the various doctors and UN people who are in there. And to be fair, I kind of trust the UN and our British doctors who've been over there more than I trust Hamas for giving us accuracy. But we will see. We will see. Going back to the news, Aussie mushroom poisoner tried multiple times to poison her ex-husband, which is why he didn't go to the meal. If you remember, it was the mushrooms put in the beef Wellington that killed various family members. I went to Liverpool Saturday. I don't know, may I see, I went to Liverpool Saturday and that on my eye, seeing how some was acting in person rather than on videos I watch. Oh right, I'm with you now, Chris. So you mean you saw a protest and then you saw how the protest was by being there rather than edited highlights that suit the narrative of whichever news channel or government or body is actually showing the narrative. Because I've always said about percentages, they're a great thing, aren't they? You know, I mean, if you watch advertisements on the telly, particularly for beauty products, so say women's skin cream or shampoo or stuff like that, you've just walked out of a salon, and it says 89% of women agreed, and then it says of a survey of 106 women. Well, that's not 89% of women, is it? It's 89% of this survey, which is what they're saying, but it's misleading. There's billions of women who are not in that survey. Therefore, it's a fraction of 1%. It's a fraction of a millionth of a percent that actually think and have told this company that their product is good. And that's what people do. They manipulate things, which is why I watch BBC News and GB News, because they are polar opposites. And GB News goes down one side and BBC News doesn't tell you much, to be fair. They only tell you what they want to know. But it's interesting to get the two and then put them together and figure out where you want to drop. I was in the middle of the left and right, and the crap I was getting from the left side was unreal, just for filming, but the right side was peaceful and respectful. I had to defend myself a lot. Yes, I mean, it's also interesting, isn't it, that it's been shown that the people who were there to protest against the protesters who were protesting against the migrants are wearing masks, whereas the people protesting against the migrants more often are not wearing masks. It does seem a bit strange. But then we had that issue, didn't we, with the GB News lady being struck by the sign, a placard that someone was holding. And now, I think we're in that situation where things are being blown out of proportion. Because she was saying afterwards, oh, I'm going to have a big bump on my head tomorrow, and I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, and it was a metal pole, and oh, it was awful. And you watch the video, and it's a wooden pole. You can see it's a wooden pole. I'm not saying he should have hit her with it, but it's more of a dunk like that. And I'm like, you're making it out like he throttled you with a baseball bat, and he didn't. Now, it might have been an accident. He might have lost his footing. He might have slipped and just gone forward a little bit, or it might have been a deliberate act, which of course is illegal these days. But it was blown well and truly out of proportion. Yeah, 100%. And that was the one thing. I had 5 lads come up to me trying to kick off the filming faces when they are masked up anyway. When I gave it them back, they said sorry and walked off. Fair play. But no, where we're heading at the moment is terrifying. We got completely off script here as well, haven't we? But never mind. We'll get back. We'll keep the running topic of we'll come back to Keir and his Keir Starmer's nonsense as we carry on. Commander of Apollo 13, Jim Lovell, dies aged 97. He saved the Gemini mission from disaster in 1970 and was a genuine hero. He was a genuine astronaut. Katy Perry thinks she's a genuine astronaut. She isn't. She had a little ride. Not even in space. Stupid cow. Anyway, Saturday the 9th of August. News at 10 headline is Zelenskyy doesn't agree to give land away to Russia. Trump to meet Putin in Alaska on Friday. And police and BBC report that police arrest 460 who protested in London at Parliament, because obviously we're not allowed to protest anymore. Nagasaki marks the 80th anniversary of the second nuclear bomb to be dropped. Yeah, sorry, moving topic for you. I'll be quiet. It's all right. Don't worry, Chris. And migrant tally now over 26,000 for this year, which is shocking. Sunday the 10th, UN criticises Israel for its plans to invade again. Now, Israel's come up with this brilliant plan of completely doing a land invasion of Gaza City, which is basically a pile of rubble with some tents. In emergency meetings, the UN said that this is not lawful. Netanyahu says it's a planned takeover of Gaza City and it's the best way to end the war. Yeah. 522 now arrested by the police at the protest supporting Palestine Action. Which, of course, you're not allowed to say you support, which I don't, technically. The way they're doing things, I don't support. Possible eye tests for over 70s driving, and this is the government coming out with some half-decent ideas. Only possible eye tests, though. And drink driving limits reduced. Now, I think drink driving should be 0. End off. I do that. If I've had... Okay, I've only had 1 can today, so I've had that much, and to be fair, I spilt most of it because the cat... howled at the window and I kind of looked round, so I didn't even get a full glass. I've only had a few sips, so if there was an emergency I would use my car at this moment in time. However, if I drank the whole thing I wouldn't get in my car no matter what. So yeah, I kind of agree with that, but they kind of hid it away on Sunday. And Arthur's Seat is ablaze in Edinburgh with wildfires. They don't call them bushfires anymore now, or anything else. They call them wildfires. They're very exciting. Monday the 11th of August. Trump says he will be firm with Putin at the meeting on Friday. It'll be a feel-out meeting, though. I mean, what does that mean? A feel-out meeting? Does that mean he's going to touch him up? Maybe that's what Putin likes. Because he likes a bit of... Putin nonsense as well. So, yeah, loads of nonsense from Putin. 5 journalists have been killed by a drone in their office tent. Al Jazeera journalist killed in drone attack in their office in Gaza. The IDF Benjamin Netanyahu say one was the head of a Hamas cell, but they didn't actually give any proof of that. And if they were talking about one person, why did they kill 5 people? War crime. There you go again. Oh, Angela's on. Hi, Angela. Hi, Kim. Everyone's coming in. Bitcoin, hiya. You're good as well. We're getting quite a full chat room tonight. Don't forget, we do top 5s or top 10s or whatever. Stephen, Stato's on. Hi, Stato. Hope you're good. If you're old and you've not seen Stato, i.e. you've not been on for ages, Stephen is basically our Stato. So if I talk about anything, he will find statistics for it. Apparently he does a lot of it when I'm on my driving, but I can't see that. But I get told about it. So keep up the good work. Just been on a Doctor Who chat. Doctor Who, hey, the TARDIS. But anyway, yeah, back to the weather. A 4th heat wave to hit the UK. I love it. I do. I love it. The Blue Peter editor for decades, Biddy Baxter, dies in her 90s. I think she was 97. She was the one who was massive into making Blue Peter what it was when I was a kid. Now, most people here, particularly people like Chris and a few others, will not remember Blue Peter in its prime because you weren't born. But I started watching it when it was John Noakes, Peter Purvis and Valerie Singleton, and then it moved on to the guy who always had the checked shirts, the tall posh guy, and Leslie Judd, and then I kind of moved away from it. But no, she was the one who come up with the idea of making things out of sticky back plastic and yoghurt pots and all that kind of thing, and she was a genius. Anyway, she sadly passed away at the age of 97 or something similar. So this is off topic. I did a KFC literally a week and a bit ago. Keep up. 3 children, including 16-year-old girl and 2 boys, 14 and 15, remain in custody after being arrested after the murder of a 40-year-old man. Tuesday the 12th of August, Zelenskyy, 2 Ys, says he won't let fate of Ukraine be decided without him, which is fair enough. It's his fucking country. The meeting on Friday with the US and Russia. Heat wave, it's 33.4 degrees centigrade. Meanwhile in Spain it's 45.5, Turkey is 42.2, both of which are ravaged with wildfires. Since Labour took office, 50,000 migrants have travelled into the country. The BBC propaganda, using BBC Verify, which I refer to as BBC bullshit, say that they're all from Afghanistan, Syria, Eritrea, Iran, Sudan, all places of suffering from political instability and some conflict. BBC propaganda. Here we go. That's why I watch the BBC, and that's why I watch GB News. And you go, dunch, like that. Now, apparently GB News is more popular now than the BBC and Sky News. Mind you, Sky News hasn't been popular for a while. The job market cools between May and July. People are not replacing workforce who've left. And there's also a record 8 million on universal credits. So yeah, well done, Rachel from Accounts. Who'd have thought when you did your budget that by doubling business rates, i.e. removing the business rate relief, putting up minimum wage or working wage, increasing the NI contribution that employers pay, as well as inflation, is going to make people lose their jobs. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see that coming, unless you watch my response to the budget. And all those roosters are coming home to thingamabobby. I'm your resident researcher. You're indeed. Blue Peter badge was first introduced in 1963. So it was introduced before me. Yeah, I had to think then. No, I wasn't introduced into my mother in 1963, so we're okay. Ugh. Sounded better in my head. Um, meanwhile, on Wednesday the 13th, Trump says Putin must end war after the Friday meeting. There will be very severe consequences. I always sound like King Charles, but anyway. After a virtual call with leaders including Keir Starmer and Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy says Putin is bluffing. Well, obviously, because Putin doesn't ever tell us the truth about anything, does he? Police say 146 people reported crimes against Al Fayed, who was the former owner of Harrods, a multimillionaire, and a right bastard by the sounds of things. He was also the father of the fiancée of Princess Diana, both of whom died in the car crash in Paris, which now makes you think maybe it wasn't Diana they were after. Former minister's trial starts over corruption in Bangladesh. Yeah, she was the minister for anti-corruption, and now she's on trial in Bangladesh, charged with corruption. Lamy refers himself to enforcement agency after fishing with JD Vance without a license. I mean, for sake, is there no one with a brain in this absolute abortion of a hey all, I'm away on holiday at the coast just off Vancouver. I'll catch up later. Hi Craig. No worries, you take care. Absolute nonsense. It really is. I mean, there's no one with a brain cell in this government. I mean, I'm going to refer to them from now on as the brain cell. So the entire cabinet is the brain cell. Singular. Thursday the 14th. That'll be today, that. That's today, that. Trump thinks he can strike a deal in Alaska tomorrow. Meanwhile, Zelensky's in Downing Street. What? What's going on there? And there was a weird huggy thing going on. It was like, oh look, Zelensky's the only world leader who likes me. Come here, let's have an hug. Let's have an hug. God, he's so desperate, isn't he? Unbelievable. More Keir Starmer nonsense. What was a guy coming in the shop today, and he was using very posh words, and I said to him, "What's up with you? Have you swallowed a dick?" Shouldn't he? Anyway, Israel say they will build new settlements in West Bank, which will stop the Palestinian state, which is all illegal. So what I think they should do is, by all means, build them, because they're knocking down enough stuff. But then the world should just say, right, get out and let the people who actually live in the West Bank move into them and replace the buildings that you've actually destroyed, because you're muckers do that. Oh no, I censored the wrong thing then. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, so that's all the serious stuff going on. Don't forget, you can like, share and subscribe. You can also disagree with me. You might think that Keir Starmer's the best Prime Minister we've ever had. You're wrong, obviously. That Benjamin Netanyahu has a right to kill innocent civilians and blitz a country, and then, blitz an area. It's not a country, is it? And completely flatten it. You might think he's perfectly entitled to do that. He's not. It's a war crime. He's perfectly entitled not to let food in. He's perfectly entitled, you might think, not to let energy or water in. He's not. All these are war crimes. He's building, you might think he's perfectly entitled to build the settlements in the West Bank. It's not. It's illegal. But you're entitled to your opinion. It's wrong, but you're entitled to it, and we can discuss it. Keir Starmer. I mean, Keir Starmer's nonsense is just unbelievable. I mean, the stuff he comes out with is just absolutely ridiculous. And it doesn't even look like world leaders like him. So, yeah, if you disagree with any of this, don't forget, you can disagree with me. That's what it's about. It's not just me talking about the news and giving my opinion, it's listening to your opinion as well. And we've already had a slight disagreement, the wording of something, but I mean, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. Anyway, shall we have a look at the lighter side of the news, because God knows we need cheering up a bit after that. So, this is the, I would call it the picture round, but it's not really a round, but they are pictures. And this is a still from a video that's been going viral for the last week or so of a delivery van in Poland stopping on a crossing, just like this t-shirts. Yes. It's my speech impediment. But yeah, the video, this van. Now, if I was in a van and my van was able to move backwards and forwards, and I was on the line and there was a train coming, that barrier there, I'd have driven through it. It's made of plastic. Ironically, Alaska was part of Russia till 1867, and the US bought it for $7.2 million. 2025 equivalent is $162 million. It became the 49th state on the 3rd of July 1959. Wow, there you go, you see. Stato. But yeah, I'd have just driven through that. I might have had a cracked window screen, but I'd have had a chance of surviving. As it happens, the driver did survive, as did everyone on the train. But yeah, just ridiculous. Uh-oh, PC's crashing. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. There we go. So what else is in the weird news? Well, Saudi Arabia's megacity Neom is using 20% of all the steel production in the world. Neom is a 500 billion megacity being built in the northwest Saudi Arabia, designed to be a futuristic hub with flying taxis, smart cities, renewable energy. The line, 170 kilometres long, 500 metre tall linear city with 0 cars and 0 streets, aims to house 9 million people, powered entirely by clean energy while preserving 95% of nature in the area, with initial phases expected to be completed by 2030. Currently, Neom is using around 20% of the world's annual steel production due to the colossal scale of the line and its other giga projects, making it the single largest steel customer globally as it pushes forward constructing the massive mirrored skyscraper city in the desert. I think it's absolute bullshit. I really do. I mean, they are building it. You know, I've seen it. They are building it. But I mean, the whole thing is just ridiculous. Why? Why build something like that? It will just literally end up like every other massive structure that people don't need to leave, as a den of crime, gangs, like mafia-style gangs, prostitution, drugs, all that kind of thing. It's just a complete and utter waste of time. This is the greatest Amazon review I've ever seen. Corey H. Order them now. Can I just say that I will be reordering them in every colour. Here's me rolling and sliding down a mountain because I was too scared to get up. My leggings did not even rip, not even a little bit, and I got stuck on rocks and trees. There's a woman there, pictures of a woman coming down. So yeah, if you're doing anything like that, get yourself a pair of leggings off Amazon. They're really good. A humpback whale was found dead in the Amazon rainforest, and someone's commented, "This doesn't surprise me. The Amazon rainforest is no place for a whale to survive." In 1948, Mr. Sig, the mascot, handed out free cigarettes to patients at hospitals in England. It was a human-sized cigarette mascot named Mr. Sig. This was during a time when smoking was widely accepted and even promoted, with the tobacco industry actively involved in such campaigns. Mr. Sig was part of a marketing strategy designed to associate smoking with positive things like glamour and social acceptance, and negative things like cancer and certain death. But yeah, I mean, we all remember the videos that we've seen of the advertisements, particularly in America, where you've got Dr. So-and-so going, "Yes, I smoke these cigarettes because these cigarettes soothe my throat and help me breathe more easily," and all kind of things. And you're like, what the hell? What the hell? A mum in shock after mould-ridden council flat ceiling collapses in horror. What was the ceiling scared of? Why would a ceiling collapse in horror? Cops want to give as much info as possible on suspects amidst claims of cover-up. West Midlands Police Chief Constable Craig Guilford said officers are always striving to be transparent, but are governed by rules designed to prevent prejudicing court proceedings. Yeah, it's not working though, is it? Philomena Kunk fans, I don't understand the economy, but apparently neither does the government, so I feel better. Demi Ajuad why my band Oasis Secret Show played at a sold out gig tonight for 400 very angry people. What is this sorcery? Cadbury Twirl honeycomb sundae flavour. I used to like Cadbury Twirls until I realised that I was allergic to milk. Now what would make them cool if it was actual honeycomb inside there in the flake, in the twirl way, but it isn't. I don't watch films, not many films anyway. The only films I kind of watched was around about the 90s, and this one's just about scraped in. Released on this day, when it was published, 1986. Name the film or your favourite scene. So, my favourite song, no, not my favourite song out of this. My favourite scene out of this is obviously the bit where, what's it called? I've got Will in my head now, but it's not called Will. The lad on the right in the picture discovers he's got a leech inside his underpants, and he passes out. But no, it's a cracking film. It's kind of a boy's adventure that you wish that we'd all, we've all done, but I've never done anything like that. I'm the same Angela, I like chocolate, but chocolate doesn't like me either. But yeah, the film of course is Stand By Me, and the late River Phoenix in the white t-shirt, and then you've got the lad on the left with the green t-shirt on, who played, he's called Corey Fieldman, something like that, and he played the one of the comic collectors and vampire killers in another one of my favourite films, which is The Lost Boys, which is where I was on about my favourite song. My favourite song from Lost Boys is People Are Strange by Echo and the Bunnymen, who did a cover of it, which was fantastic. The lad in the middle, the fat lad, he ended up being ripped, and he was in Sliders, which was a TV show where he was a brain box. I always had his shirt off. I always had an 8-pack or whatever. It was like, yeah, okay, we know you're good looking and all that. But in this, he was a fat lad. So yeah, all did well apart from poor River Phoenix. You've never heard of Stand By Me? You've got to watch Stand By Me. It's one of the films you have to watch. Anyway, another TV show I used to like back in the day until they brought a film out, bigger, longer and uncut, was South Park. But J.D. Vance, well, I finally made it. That's because he gets a cameo in South Park. And it's basically Donald Trump and a midget version of J.D. Vance welcoming people. Very similar to a TV show of the 70s or 80s. And that was, what was it called? Fantasy Island? Was it Fantasy Island or was it? Yeah, I think it was Fantasy Island. Where there was, the guy who ran it always wore a white shirt. And he had a little, a height restricted person, dwarf, who helped him out, was like an odd job, and they wore a white suit as well, so that's what that's a reference to. So yeah, I might start watching it again. Viagra for women to be launched, giving women sex life back after menopause. There you go. It's called Maringen. Inventor Dr. Iona Weir said it has proven in trials to improve sexual response and sexual function in women over 50 and support sexual and genital health during and after menopause. So there you go, there's a tablet for everything these days, isn't there? Vapors face paying wallet busting £40 per bottle as new rule comes in. The government will introduce a new 22p per mil vape tax next year, which could see the price of vaping liquid shoot up to £40 per bottle from 15. And you know what? This is not Keir Starmer nonsense. This makes perfect sense. Just vaping is going to kill more people than people who are smoking now, because you've got kids doing it from the age of 12 or 13, and by the time they get into 30s or whatever, if they're still vaping, they'll be dead, or they'll be a burden on the NHS. You do not, well, there's no way of vaporising oil with chemicals in it and then directly putting that inside your lungs that's going to be good for you. So yeah, this is interesting. This popped up on a motorway this week. Snow, slow down. I think they might be just testing it, or they've got a bit of a fault going on. Maybe it's AI. Well done, Angela, 6 months. Very, very good. 15 Harrison Ford interview moments. But no, this is the one I chose. He said, I never keep anything from set. I don't want all that crap around my house. I don't need all that. I'm a very rich man. And then has a swig of his coughing. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's what it's for, Dream Frequency, to help you give up smoking. Yeah, 100%. That's why, as far as I'm concerned, the only flavours you should have is cigarette flavour, whatever that is, because I've never smoked. Because that's what it was designed for. But bubblegum flavour and candy floss flavour and raspberry flavour and all that just encourages. I know people who vape who've never smoked, and they go off. It's ridiculous. They were talking before, weren't we, about Mr. Sig. Remember Mr. Sig? We were talking about him a minute ago. That the health service was pushing cigarettes, and in America they had doctors, genuine doctors, advertising cigarettes, saying how good they are for you. And we look back on that now and go, Jesus, whoa, really? Well, I think 10, maybe less than 10 years' time, when people have been vaping long term, it's going to absolutely come home to roost, and the National Health Service will be inundated. The 27 funniest face palms we found. Sex was created by God for marriage between a husband and wife, not for a boyfriend and a girlfriend that are dating. So someone's replied, show me Adam and Eve's marriage certificate. Can't argue with that. Meanwhile, don't see the point of this. Sweden has an underwater sign on their borders to deter Russian submarines from entering. It says, this way if you are gay, in Russian, and has an animated LED sign of a male sailor thrusting his hip. The sign also says, welcome to Sweden, gay since 1944. They have vape alarms in school now because, yeah, and it's going to kill kids. The kids today will not live to be 50 if they carry on doing what they're doing. NASA finds a multi-billion-year-old coral on Mars. NASA's Curiosity rover has captured images of a small rock on Mars that looks strikingly like a piece of coral. Found in Gale Crater on July the 24th, the light-coloured, broad-shaped formation is only about an inch wide and was created by ancient water flowing through cracks in the rock, leaving mineral deposits that harden over time. Billions of years of wind erosion then revealed its intricate structure to NASA. I don't think it was deliberate. They say such coral-like rocks are common on Mars and are remnants of time when the planet still had liquid water. So that's good news. It doesn't mean there was little creatures in the rock. It just means the rock formation was formed by minerals and stuff like that. Man to lose residency after using memorial to light his cigarette. So there's an eternal flame in France, and this migrant used it to light his cigarette. I mean, talk about lack of disrespect. It's just unbelievable. How do they find this stuff on Earth? That's not on Earth, that was on Mars. Corals everywhere. Rotherham Bugle. Now this is a spoof, don't panic. A spoof page. But Met Office to beat up warning alert system to include light drizzle. Red weather warning. They are trigger happy with the weather warnings, aren't they, at the moment? It's absolutely ridiculous. I know many people like this. Heimschneiber is a German word that means someone unable to poop outside of the comforts of their own home. Literally, a home shitter. And I'm like, really? If I need to go, I need to go. I've had people who have visited the house and say, "Oh, we've got to go. I need to have a poo." I'm like, "We've got a toilet." Yeah, no. I need to poo in my own house. I'm like, really? Really? If I need a poo, I poo. I mean, not on the street. I mean, supermarket, I'll poo. I'll poo at work. I'll poo if I'm at someone's house and I need to poo. If you need to poo, you need to poo. Don't hold it in. That's really bad for you, holding it. Can you imagine if you've just started work and you need a poo desperate and you're holding on to it all day? That's not good. I mean, this goalkeeper as well. The goalkeeper who guarded an empty pitch for 15 minutes, unaware that the game was called off due to fog. On Christmas Day, December the 25th, 1937, Charlton Athletic goalkeeper Sam Bartram stood faithfully at his post at Stamford Bridge, unaware the match had been abandoned due to thick fog 15 minutes earlier. While his teammates and officials had already cleared the pitch, Bartram remained alone in the mist, waiting for play to resume. A policeman eventually approached him to tell him the game was over, prompting laughter from his already showered teammates back in the dressing room. You would wait until you get home. You can't, no, it's so bad for you, that. It really is. Better out than in. More smoking stuff. John F. Kennedy bought 1,200 Cuban cigars hours before he made them illegal. It's like... No, it's the rover on Mars has took that picture. The rover on Mars took the picture of the coral. Watching your favourite movies over and over again is good for you. The repetition calms you because knowing the outcome of a story helps you feel safe in an unpredictable world, and it comforts you by recapturing lost feelings. I've never heard as much bull in my life. I mean, what? No, I mean, there are some films I will do that with. Lost Boys is one of them. Terminator 2 is one of them. If it's on Total Recall, if it's on the telly and there's nothing else on, Die Hard 2, if I come across it, I'll watch it to the end. But it doesn't make me feel calm and because of the world we're living in. I don't know. 2 people buried in England more than 1,300 years ago have been revealed to have West African ancestry, a discovery that may help reshape our view of early medieval Britain. This is from the Times. So yeah, these 2 people had West African ancestry. Now it might be that they were brought over here illegally. Well, illegal. No, there was no such thing back then. Maybe they could walk here from Africa, ancestors, to be fair, because there was land between England and Europe up to 1,000 years ago, I think it was. So they could have easily walked across. So they might have walked across, and if they had different colour skin, they were probably killed by the locals and chucked in a grave like that, because it doesn't look like a ceremonial grave to me. Oh yeah, Predator, yes, Predator 1, yeah, I'll watch that one as well. Whenever, if it's on, wherever it's up to, if I'm not doing anything else, I'll have it on. I might have it on in the background while I'm doing something else, but I will have it on. We have 116 days until alien spaceships reaches Earth, and it could destroy us, claims a professor. Ooh, it's a cigar-shaped thing that's heading towards us, which does remind me of a bit of a early Star Trek thing, but yeah. It's probably not, though. Before TripAdvisor, we had Judith Chalmers reviewing travel for us. Yes, Wish You Were Here was a TV show back in the 70s and 80s where Judith Chalmers and various other people went on these fabulous holidays that you could never afford, and you just felt like you'd been there. So that's why I've never been abroad. I didn't need to. I watched Judith Chalmers saying Wish You Were Here, and I'm like, no, you're there. I'm watching it for free, so yeah. In 1979, the Concorde 001 chased a solar eclipse by flying at 56,000 feet over the Sahara Desert at a speed of Mach 2. The jet stayed in the umbra of the moon for a record of 74 minutes. There's never been a vehicle that's done it for any longer than that, even now, which is good. Now this man is so unbelievable. White House to conduct review of Smithsonian Museum exhibitions to ensure they fit with Trump's view of American history. What? History is history. Don't mess with it. I turned a job down where I'd be paid in vegetables. The celery was unacceptable. Celery. No? Okay, I'll move on. The Sprouse twins are now older than Adam Sandler was in Big Daddy in 1999. So there they are in the top right of the picture. They're the twins, because obviously a lot of films with youngsters, certainly under the age of 10, were not allowed to work on a film set for too many hours. So they had identical twins, and they would take turns in different scenes or whatever, and the other one would rest. So they worked like shift patterns. Anyway, yeah, they're both older than Adam Sandler was when he was playing the foster parent. In 1996, Ukraine handed over nuclear weapons to Russia in exchange for a guarantee never to be threatened or invaded. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, Ukraine inherited the world's third largest nuclear arsenal, but lacked a full control over the weapons. In 1994, Ukraine signed the Budapest Memorandum alongside Russia, the United States and the United Kingdom. Under this agreement, Ukraine agreed to give up its nuclear weapons and join the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. In return, the signatories pledged to respect Ukraine's borders and existence. See who wasn't there though at the time? That's right, Putin. Australia to recognise Palestine statehood. Australia will recognise Palestine statehood, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has confirmed. The PM says it will provide the best chance for peace in Gaza, adding there should be no role for Hamas in Palestinian state, which I agree with completely. A woman apologises after severe diarrhoea ends up cancelling entire flight. Hundreds of passengers were told they were not able to travel after a woman had a violent bout of diarrhoea, leaving people to take to social media to vent their frustration. I think they should have vented the windows. Talking of which, Angela, you're flying to America. You're in the aeroplane for 8 hours. Half an hour after takeoff, you need a poo. What do? You land in America, get another plane, fly back for 8 hours, get a taxi home, and then have a poo. Liam Gallagher calls Edinburgh Fringe a festival of thick shits. In a vicious stage rant, Liam Gallagher has made it clear he isn't a fan of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, branding it as an oddball celebration of thick shits. I mean, calling him thick shits is actually quite good. I would have thought he'd have used the C word myself. But there you go. Oh, Keir Starmer nonsense. Demand for UK general election hits 640,000 as pressure on Keir Starmer mounts. But he won't listen. He got less votes. He got 1 million less votes in the 2024 election than Corbyn got in the 2019 election. 1 million less votes. And he still thinks he's got carte blanche to do what he's doing. Top Russian businessman with Putin ties dies as a string of deaths continue. Mikhail Kinin was one of Vladimir Putin's closest aides, but was mysteriously struck down at the age of 57, in the latest of a bizarre string of deaths of Putin's inner circle. Other deaths have included accidentally falling out of high windows in hotels or apartment blocks, committing suicide by shooting himself 64 times in the head with a shotgun, and other such things. So yeah, it's aeroplanes exploding in the air, unbelievable. This is a terrifying image. The Matrix is another one I do that with as well, to be fair, Dream Frequency. Outrage as White House posts creepy Teletubbies clip with Border SARS face. The official White House Instagram account has caused a stir as it posted a video of the Border Czar, Tom Hooman, appearing as a baby son for the popular TV show Teletubbies. Yeah, mysterious death. Grealish baffles fans as only person on earth that holds a pen like this. Now he's hoping to reignite his career at Hill Dickinson Stadium, supporting the number 18 shirt that his idols Wayne Rooney and Paul Gascoigne famously wore at Everton. But his pen grip has caused chaos. Because, I need to see what you can see. So most people in the older pen hold it like that. But Grealish holds it like that. Does it work? Can you write? You can write, to be fair. It won't focus, but yeah, you can write with it like that, but it is a weird way of doing it. Matrix is a documentary. Bitcoin, brilliant. So other people though, who kind of hold them, I don't know, left-handed people hold them weird, don't they? They hold it kind of like that or something. I don't know how they do it. Anyway, yeah, Grealish baffles people. Maybe he should have an OnlyFans. I wonder how he holds. Anyway, more of that later. Not with Grealish though. You'll be pleased to hear. World War III fears as Chinese warships smash into each other in disputed waters. China suffered a major embarrassment after footage confirmed reports one of its warships had crashed into its own Coast Guard vessel whilst in pursuit of some Filipino fishermen. I've seen the video. It is hilarious. Yeah, totally inept. Oh no, that's the next picture. Government breaks silence on snap general election after 680,000 Brits demand one. After amassing more than 680,000 signatories in just 1 week, the government has finally responded in the ever-growing call for a snap general election to be held this year. Basically, they won't do it because they know they're going to lose. The scary thing is we might get Farage in. And we have 116 days until the alien spaceship reaches Earth, and it could destroy us. They're going on about this. The sad thing is, these were published longer than a day ago, so we've got like 114 days now, or even 113 days now. A major retailer with 115 stores in UK confirms more shops will close next month. Major arts and craft retailer Hobbycraft has announced the closure of several more stores in its latest move on the the company-wide shake-up expected to impact several jobs. The Wigan one is closing early September, as features on the Wigan Watch I'm currently editing. Well, not currently editing, but I've been editing. Aliens are real and have 4 different species, but Boffin says government knows. Aliens are real, and they come in 4 different species, claims the Boffin, with some appearing as attractive Scandinavians, and others taking the form of shape-shifting reptiles. I think someone's had too much LSD. Taylor Swift breaks the internet as millions tune in for New Heights debut. Taylor Swift and New Heights podcast host Travis Killis' highly anticipated episode crashed YouTube after an overwhelming number of people flocked to the stream and watched. I didn't, because I don't give a monkey's left dangly bit about anything like that. The Wig one is closing. Yeah, it's closing on the 7th of September. Boffins say toothpaste made from hair could help fix damaged teeth. Scientists have cracked the code for rotten teeth as they found that keratin, a protein found in hair, can repair our teeth. And dentists around the world are rejoicing. No, they're not, because if we can repair our teeth by just eating keratin or eating people's hair, then, you know, why would we go to the dentist? Although I've not been for years. But surely people who eat their nails, because nails is keratin as well, you chew your nails, you're eating carotene, so you should not have any fillings or any rotten teeth. So if you're a tooth eater, not a nail eater, do you have rotten teeth? Asking for a friend. Man with the world's biggest willy breaks arm in shower as Todger gets in the way. I was like, I don't remember breaking my arm. Turns out it's not me. Matt Barr, 41, has the world's biggest willy according to medical studies. But the title appears to have only brought disaster into his life after he broke his arm in the shower. Now surely to God, that doesn't work, does it? Because your arms are up here and your willy's down there. So it'd be more impressive if he'd turned around quickly in the shower and his willy had slapped his leg and broke his leg. Now I'd be impressed with that, but it didn't, so I'm not impressed. Can't even get a dentist. You don't need a dentist, just eat hair and your nails. Don't eat your hair and nails. Kodak is on the brink of bankruptcy. After operating as a global photography company for more than 130 years, Eastman Kodak has announced that the end could be coming soon. The company warned investors it doesn't have committed financing or available liquidity to pay its roughly Australian 763 million in upcoming debt obligations, and now aims to conjure up cash by ceasing payments for its retirement pension plans. Meanwhile, I've said this before, Tesco thinks I'm called Anita because I don't want my real name in there. When they get hacked, I don't want scammers knowing my real name and all that kind of stuff. So put Anita. I'll tell you what, Anita drinks a load of Guinness for a single woman. Someone's used the name Pissweasel. Oh, I love it. I just love it. I was going to end on that, but we're going to go back to... Oh yeah, there we go. Man with world's biggest willy breaks arm in shower as Todger got in the way. Like I said, yeah, if it had swung around quickly and it had slapped into his leg and broke his leg, then that would be impressive, very impressive, and I would, like that. Sadly for me, it wouldn't even break my testicles. It don't even reach that far. So yeah. Oh, what's it like, eh? So being a man's brilliant. Yeah. Anyway, breaking news. This is the news that's been breaking whilst I've been breaking the news about the news that's been breaking. First up, Claire's on the brink of administration, leaving 300 UK stores at risk. I've been following this for a while now. Major new railway line set to link Liverpool with other northern cities. That sounds interesting. Way up. AOL ends internet dial-up service after more than 30 years. So if you're still on dial-up, you're not getting online anymore, you're not watching this. Strictly Come Dancing full lineup. Meet the celebrity contestants announced for 2025. Yay! Box tick, box tick, box tick. Drag queen box tick. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Manchester United match abandoned after horror injury. Waterloo Road is continued for 2 more series. Yay! Rachel Reeves issued autumn budget warnings was given budget warnings by Bridget Phillipson. Morecambe hit with winding up petition on same day as rescue deal. Met Office issues thunderstorm warnings. Hail and lightning follow summer's 4th heatwave. 20 dead and 17 missing as migrant boat tries to reach Europe. Robert Jenrick is the Tory MP, pelted with glass bottles whilst interviewing migrants in Calais. UK prices for weight loss jab jumped by 170% after Trump demands. Record-breaking A-level results day. Celebrations across the country. More boys than girls have done well this time. More than 100 big supermarkets at risk of closure from the UK business rates rise. Now, if you shop at Tesco, and I only shop at 2 Tesco's, but I've noticed this in both, there's areas that they have blocked off that the public can no longer get to, that they store trolleys in there, the cages, things that they have. And you know why they do that? Because if it's accessible by the general public, it's classed as shop floor. If it's a storage area, you pay a lot less business rates for it. So what they're doing in the Tesco in Wigan, they blocked off, when you go up the travelator to go upstairs, they blocked off the left hand side where all the TVs and the kettles and all that microwaves used to be. They blocked that off ages ago. What they've done now is they've opened that up and they've blocked off the entire right side all the way down, quite a way in, so it's a lot narrower than it used to be, and it also cuts across where the lift was. They've also, downstairs, they had an area that you could go around, but you couldn't go in because they'd kind of boxed that off. But after the refit, it's now at the bottom corner, and they've completely blocked it off from public access. And it's all a tax scam. It's all to make sure that people are not doing, they're not paying too much. When all thunderstorms come in, soonish. I don't shop at Asda. I don't like Asda. Yeah, not for a few days, but they are coming. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. A teenage boy arrested after the death of a 13-year-old girl in West Yorkshire. That's just breaking. Starmer could attend a second US-Russia meeting ending Ukraine war, says Trump. Princess Anne is 75 years old. She's got a new hairdo. Girl left unwatched by agency worker at psychiatric unit was unlawfully killed. Inquest finds. Liverpool parade crash. Paul Doyle faces 24 new charges, including attempts of grievous bodily harm on 2 literal a few months old babies. AI antibiotics for superbugs could lead to golden age of discovery. King Charles is going to say sacrifices of VGA Day heroes shall never be forgotten. VGA being the victory in Japan. About 150 people evacuated from a major hospital amid chemical incidents. Fat Face cuts almost 300 staff as it returns to profit. We got one of them in Wigan. Massive new development with 1,300 homes in Stockport is approved. Looks exactly what they're trying to do in Wigan. It's all about 14 injured after a children's roller coaster derails at a seaside fun fair. Police crack open man's safe and make their biggest discovery. I'm not clicking on it because it's clickbait. We got anything else breaking? Hobbycraft confirms Great Manchester store among 6 to close in September. That's the Wigan one. Pub landlord fed up as biker gang terrorises residential streets. Huge fire breaks out on London's busiest motorway. Moment quad bike driver flips over while ramming a cop car. Stockport County's major £500 million stadium expansion approved. Council removes England flags for putting lives at risk. Is Thames Water a step closer to nationalisation? else have we got? Nick Berry. And I have the Heartbeat cast now. UK households who have pots of Vaseline in their home given warning. I've got a pot of Vaseline. I don't know how old it is. That's... No cars available for full electric car grants nearly a month after the launch. Scientists say human DNA is hiding a superpower that we could unlock. Okay. Speeding car slams head-on into a garbage truck. Well, it's not head-on because it's head-on, but it's the back of the garbage truck. UK's huge new £450 million megatown. First pictures from above as 4,500 homes are planned. So yeah, I think that's enough breaking news for one breaking news thing. ODT, yes, congratulations. Or rather your daughter, congratulations. It always was though, wasn't it? Always was. Always was. Anyway, that is it. So, we've had 45 views, average is 10 minutes near enough. 8 likes, got 9 people on at the minute, got a chat rate of 1. Highest number of viewers in one go was 16, so it is going up slowly, which is what we want. But a lot of returnees as well, we've not seen for a while, that's good. Top fans, so Daniel T is number 1 with 100 XP. Life with Chris is number 2 with 75 XP. Scottish Girl, number 3 in 3rd place with 75 XP. Bitcoin Wolf Cub, 75 XP. 5th is Danger Mouse, 75. 6th is War Ready with 75. Kim Braid, 50, is in 7th place. Stato on 50 is in 8th. Craig Meadow on 25 is in 9th. And Stephen and Rollo and Co are 10th with 25 points. I have no idea what it makes. What do points make? Who cares? Who cares? Anyway, big shout out to everyone's joined in the chat. So War Ready, Dream Frequency, Life with Chris, DT, good to see you all back again. Angela O'Kane, Kim Braid, Bitcoin Wolf Club, Stato, Craig Meadow, who's on holiday, on vacation, in America, so it's vacation in America. Bitcoin Wolf Club, so quite a lot of chatters, so there you go. Yeah, all good in Thud. So don't forget, we do this every week at 10 past 10 on a Thursday UK time. Before everyone goes, just wanted to say thank you for how welcoming everyone is. Oh, ban him, get rid. Don't want him. Go, right, yeah, no. Scum like that, we don't need them in here. Thank you, it's appreciated. I'm only joking. I'm not. Yeah, I am. I'm joking that I'm not joking, but I am joking. I think I'm joking. Anyway, yeah, that is it. I've also got rid of the adverts as well, so it should have been a smoother view for you all, which is part of the plan, because these never make money anyway, so there's no point. I make my money on the walking videos and the cooking videos and the Wigan Watches. Talking of which, new Wigan Watch coming up. It won't be tonight now, but I might edit it and get it up and put it up tomorrow. So there you go, and this is boiling now, it's like tea. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are. All being well, I will see you again next time. In fact, yes, I'll be seeing you. Until next time.